There's the posse.
We are just outside the battlefields of Manassas, Virginia, on private farm fields that once held thousands of brave men waiting to go into battle. These fields were used by both the Union and Confederate armies at different times during the First and Second Manassas campaigns. We have learned through the help of old maps that troops from Confederate Generals Robert E. Lee, James Longstreet, Stonewall Jackson, and Jeb Stuart, as well as Union Generals John Pope, Franz Sigel, Ivan McDowell, and Nathaniel Banks all stood here where we stand today. Throughout our metal detecting adventures, we have uncovered countless relics from both sides. We have also uncovered the possibility of an undocumented skirmish that took place on this property, seeing the large amount of fired bullets that we have been finding. We have been very blessed to have been granted permission by the landowner and look forward to sharing our finds with you in the future.
It is a cold morning. You can see there's still ice on the ground here. So we're kind of doing a little sightseeing as we're waiting for things to warm up a little. And we're at the site of the old Waterloo Bridge in Waterloo, Virginia. This is one of the most historic bridges in Virginia. In 1862, the Confederate troops burned this original bridge down to keep the Union Army from transporting goods and services. And it was rebuilt in 1878, I believe, and it's been in constant use since. It was refurbished in the early 2020s, right around 2019, 2020, just to make sure that it was safe for cars to continually travel it. But this is the original bridge with some steel additions, and just an absolutely gorgeous bridge.
Just look at that stonework.
Take a walk and look at it.
That stonework is amazing. It's been there, geez, what is it, 160, 170 years?
Yeah, that stone might have been from the original. Survived after it was burned. Or not.
Just beautiful.
Why were you filming John and Bill when you said just beautiful?
Because they are beautiful. Look at them, eh?
There you go. Looks like there's a wooden bridge crossing it here. A lot of rubbish on it. Well, we'd have to clear it off to drive over it, or we could just park here and walk across. I don't know if Bill would want to take his car across. It's pretty solid, though.
I mean, it seems like somebody drives across it because
yeah, but they don't drive across it every day.
Right.
We're across the bridge. A couple different ways to go. Trail that way. Trail this way. But yeah, this is all nice and even. Cars must come here when the bridge is clear. Now, what about that house on the top? That must be somebody else's.
That's shown on his property.
Is it?
Yeah, because it shows this road basically winds right in front of where we were and then goes up. But it's showing this as a field. But this is pretty high.
And we're coming out the other side now. And this is where we would have come across the first time, but we couldn't get through the creek.
That's not too bad.
No, and I'll bet you there's enough cover that the shovel will go in a lot easier too. The question then is, are there any relics up there? Only one way to find out. There's John and Chris as we're heading back.
What's that? This cow pasture right here is like a road that goes up to it. I don't know if anybody's gonna drive across that bridge. If it goes, that's it.
Walk across the bridge.
But you can pull the truck down here and park over here. It doesn't
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at the bridge. Look at the bridge right here. Look.
This must be the party bridge.
Look at on the right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to drive across that.
Maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to drive across it.
I would. I ain't really scared.
You ain't afraid of no bridge? More party stuff.
Okay, we're on day 3 and we're not having much luck because the ground is so frozen. We're trying the woods now. Bill just found a Spencer, I think, over there. Or a Sharps, one or the other. I don't know if you can see it, but I just found a little musket ball. It's my first actual bullet. I don't even know if it's Civil War, but there is patina. So, I'm going to call it a Civil War musket ball, but hopefully we can find more in the woods here. It's easier digging in the woods. It is just like concrete out in the fields. It's starting to warm up. It's about 50 degrees now. Hopefully the ground starts thawing, but right now at least it's a little easier in the woods, so we're going to continue trying this. Be back at you, hopefully.
So, came along and I found something here with my detector.
Uh-huh.
I swept around it to make sure it was not a power line or anything. There was something about where you're standing also that sounded even better. So, I dug that first. There's the end of a piece of a belt and a buckle for a belt.
They were both in this hole
They're
here?
both in that hole there. And then I came back over to this one and it's a little buckle, or a little slider.
That was neat. Feels like the same material too. Maybe
Not
not.
sure how old, but pretty cool.
Yeah, those are definitely cool. And these are the buckles John was just talking about. There's the big buckle, the small buckle, and the other piece to the big buckle.
That's where the
Very
belt
cool.
would have went in. It's hollow.
Oh, very cool. Like it.
Patinaed. So Mike was just over here filming me. I had a hole over here and a hole over here, and there were pieces to a belt in both holes. A little different signal right in between them. So I figured I'd dig it up and see if it's part of the belt, and it's a washer. Perfect for the relic posse. Okay, out on the cow pasture. Had a really good signal. There's a coin down there of some description. Maybe a penny. Try and get it out. Oops. It's like a wheat penny. It's a wheat penny. Oh well. Pretty cool. Just got a good signal here. I open this hole, turn it over, and there's a pistol bullet. Very nice. First bullet of the trip for me. Awesome.
All right, John just dug a pistol bullet right over here. Drop pistol bullet. And just a few feet away from him, I just dug a dropped Confederate Gardner bullet. So I think we might be onto a little spot here. So we're going to definitely circle around this area and be right back at you.
Okay, just opened another hole, pulled out through, and another pistol bullet. Number 3 on the day in short order. Love it.
Okay, John has been finding bullets like crazy. The other guys have been finding bullets. Sun is almost down. And I swore I was going to get one before we left. And finally, I did have one. Oh, there it is. Finally, I got one. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm finally on the board. Okay, just like we said, the sun's still going down, but I just dug my second. So we're starting to hit on them. I hear John behind me. John just said he found another one. I think he's up to number 6. Number 2 for me, but I'm excited. Looks like that one's going to be a Sharps. Is that right? I don't know. I'll have to ask Bill. He knows. Okay, we're in where we're finding all the bullets right now. This one's not a bullet, but it's a whole horseshoe. That sucker was about 10 inches down, and it is big. It's supposed to be the Kelly. Okay, now it's getting dark. Can you see it down there? It's a little dark, but there's number 3. I'm not sure what it is yet. And it's another Gardner, according to Bill. Nice. Okay, now it's really getting dark out. This actually shows it being pretty light, but can you see Bill? But this is number 4, I believe. And it's another Sharp, so I got 2 and 2. Cool. Now it's really dark. Bill just found a Sharps right there. And I'll hold it up like this, and I just found another one. Let me feel the bottom, and that is also a Sharps. So we got 3 Sharps within 3 feet of each other. Now we're going to have to try to find this spot tomorrow. Yeah. But there she is. Boink, boink, boink.